Imagine your body being slowly broken down by an incurable terminal illness. Routine activities such as bathing, feeding, and going to the bathroom require total support. You're in constant pain and suffering, and the doctors have given no chance of survival. Death is imminent. If you were given the chance to choose how you would die, would you take it? I know I would. There is a humane way to end your life, and it's called the Death with Dignity Act. This act allows mentally competent individuals who've been diagnosed with a terminal illness to end their life with a lethal dose of medication. Currently, 6 states have adopted the Death with Dignity laws. Oregon was the first to pass the law in 1997 with the Death with Dignity Act. Brittany Maynard became a public, famous advocate for the Death with Dignity laws. She was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer and chose to end her life at 29 years old. Before her death, she said, "My dream is that every terminally ill patient have access to the choice to die on their own terms." Although some arguments against the Death with Dignity laws have strong points, I believe that we should have the right to choose how we die. According to the American Cancer Society, in 2017, 1.7 billion new cancer cases will be diagnosed. 1,650 people will die per day. Many of those people will be faced with the tough question: would I end the pain and suffering if the right to die was the option? Let's look at some reasons why I think that these laws should be adopted in all states. One argument against these laws is it's demeaning to human life and betrays human dignity. I believe these laws actually give patients dignity during their final days and end-of-life battle. There's more to life than just being alive. There are worse things than death. If your life is full of suffering and hope and quality of happiness, is that living? Is a life full of dignity when a person can no longer clean themselves or go to the bathroom on their own? Critics argue that these matters are a simple part of the aging process. According to the Public Health Division in Oregon, terminally ill patients do not feel this way. In 2016, 133 people took the lethal medication. These patients were asked what their concerns were at the end of life. 93.5 said loss of autonomy. 92.5 said they are no longer to enjoy activities. 77.9 for the loss of dignity. These laws allow for humane death in a dignified and peaceful manner. Equally important is the right to die gives the terminally ill an option to avoid pain and suffering. Those opposed to the act believe the right to die and timing should be in God's hands and should take a natural course. That it is immoral to take your own life. We have the right to live, get married, refuse medical treatment. We can choose our jobs, religion, even sexual preference. We even have the right to have an abortion. Is it not logical then, if we have the right to all these decisions, that we should have the right to decide how we die? We have the right to pursue happiness. When a person is in unbearable pain, is that happiness? The right to choose death should be a fundamental human right. In addition, those opposed to these laws say it's unethical for a physician to assist in death, and that it goes against the Hippocratic Oath, which states do no harm. I argue that physicians do more harm by forcing terminally ill patients to endure pain and suffering when they want to die. According to the Gallup poll in 2016, 69% of Americans agreed with these laws. The original Hippocratic Oath is outdated, and the vast majority has been discarded. For example, the Hippocratic Oath also says, "I will not give a woman an abortive remedy." If this was true, and we took it all in context, abortions would be illegal. I believe the oath doesn't address the realities of modern world or modern medicine. Given these points, I believe only you should be able to decide if living is worse than death. The life and death should be a personal decision. In the eyes of ER physician John Kitzhaber, the answer to these laws and controversy is simple. I believe individuals should be able to make choices about the end of their life. As a physician, I can tell you there is a clear difference between prolonging someone's life and prolonging their death. Death to some is a merciful end to a painful and long journey. Here's my audience. There's Dave, Harper, Hunter, Tyler,